Hey guys, we're on the Challenge All-Stars, season 3, episode 2. All right, last time we had, I believe, Cynthia and Tyler going home. Cynthia was sent home by Tina, and Tyler was sent home by, you know what, I don't remember his name, but he went home because he was too fat. It's just crazy to me that people still try to compete physically in a competition that requires them to have stamina, strength, speed, and they would handicap themselves by being fat. There's money on the line. It's basically a job. But it is what it is. Come to this episode. The winners will also gain the power to sabotage 2 players for the next competition. Was Wes and Sylvia, I believe. Yes, Sylvia. All right, so they have the power to sabotage 2 players to, if they believe those 2 people would beat them, or if they just want to help send them into elimination by having them lose really bad. So that's that. All right, and Tina is feeling herself because she won that elimination. So she's going around feeling like she's a big threat now. If you remember, last season she quit. All right. There was a whole thing with Mark, where his mother has cancer, I believe, and so he's worried about his mom and her going through cancer treatment. Immediately, as soon as they start doing that, you already know that Mark is going to end up going into elimination. Because when they start giving anybody's backstory, is like the kiss of death, like they're going into elimination. So just the fact that they're showing his mom and the whole thing about cancer, he's going into elimination. All right. Let's just skip a lot of the talking and get to the challenge. And it is, oh, right. Before that, Wes and Sylvia got to choose 2 people to give the penalty to. And let's see, just show you a picture of them. All right, and you see Wes and Sylvia up here. Wes chose Jordan, and Sylvia chose this lady. I can't remember her name. Does it start with a J? A lot of these women have J names, so I can't remember her name, but Sylvia chose her. All right. So get to the competition. All right. There we go. All right, so it looks like this. They're going to start out in a swing, and they have to swing across to kick a box that's going to release their swing and drop them into the water. In the box, it's going to be like some kind of ball. So they have to kick the box and knock the ball out of the box. Damn, I can't get a good picture of it. All right, there we go. All right, so the box looks like this. You have to kick that side, and on the other side, a ball is going to pop out. All right. After they drop into the water, they then have to swim to the shore, where they then have to solve a puzzle. All right. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, so the puzzle looks like this. You have to solve this puzzle, and it's going to be a star. The puzzle pieces are going to be in that box right there that they have to unlock after getting to shore. As you can see up here is, I believe, Wes Wes over here, and I can't remember who this is. What? Either way, they both kind of gained a 20-minute penalty because they weren't able to knock their box over to drop in the water. So that's after Wes sabotaged Jordan. He ended up being one of the last people, all right, because he wasn't able to kick the box over, swing over and kick the box. All right, Jordan would have, I think he would have been first, but he got that 1 minute penalty from Wes, which kind of held him back a little bit. All right, but he was like I think he was one of the fastest people. He was like the second one to finish. All right, so the first to finish, I believe, was Yes from the men. Yes was the first to finish. He was the fastest. The slowest was it Letarian? Letarian got the 20-minute penalty because he wasn't able to kick over the box, and he was also the slowest to finish his puzzle. All right, so he ended up going in, and so the first was Yes, last was Letarian. For the ladies, who was first? I believe Sylvia was pretty fast on the puzzle, but I can't remember who was the first. And Tina ended up DQing. She fell out of the swing before she was even able to kick the box or wait out until she got the 20-minute penalty. So she DQ'd. She was the only one that DQ'd out of the entire competition. So she and Letarian is going to be going into elimination. All right. I'm trying to remember who the female winner was. I think it was John A. I believe it was John A. That was the winner for the females. Yeah, I think it was John A. So the God damn it. Is it a tribunal? The council made up of who are they? God, I'm just so terrible with names. There we go. That is the council right there. So I believe Yes was the first for the guys. Jordan was second, and third was Brad. So I believe for the ladies, it was first John A, and then her. Was it her? I don't remember the order for them, but this is the council. These are the first, second, and third winners for that competition, and they get to decide who goes in. I believe Brad protected Wes because Jordan and Yes both wanted to vote in Wes, but Brad protected Yes because they protected Wes because they all chose one person that they didn't want to go in, and Brad chose Wes. In the end, they ended up choosing, I believe, Tina. No, Tina was already going. Melinda, who was teamed up with Nehemiah from the second season, and who's the guy? Mark for the guys. Mark, who they showed the whole story about his mom having cancer. Yeah, so he ended up going in, as was foreshadowed. All right. Everybody was upset, blah, blah, blah. And they get to the elimination, and Melinda's limping because she twisted her ankle on season 2 So she decided, show a picture of that. Right there. See her ankles all wrapped up. She decided to quit. So Tina no longer had to compete. So the competitors become Letarian and Mark only. All right. So the elimination. Oh, and on season 1, there was an elimination between Mark and Letarian before, and Letarian ended up sending home Letarian. I mean, Mark ended up sending home Letarian. Is that what I said? Oh, God damn it! I'm so out of it right now. Yeah, so it's a round 2 for them in eliminations. All right. So the elimination looks like this. You see, they're both attached to these ropes that are attached to a platform in the center there. And they're each attached to a side of it. So they have to try to get to a button over in this direction. And when one pulls, the platform spins and the other one gets pulled the other way. All right, so it's a more of an endurance and strength competition, right? I believe in season 1, when they competed before, it was a rope pulling competition, and Mark had it. I believe even now in this competition, it's kind of the same advantage that Mark has. He's taller and heavier than Letarian is. It just has, that's a huge advantage. So Letarian is not only going against his strength, he's going against his weight as well. So I don't think there's anyone as big as Mark. So I don't think anyone would be able to beat him in this. Like, he just has that weight and muscle advantage. Like, none of them would be able to beat him. If it was a running or something like that, maybe, but something weight strength related, they're not going to be able to beat him. All right. Hold on. There we go. As you can see, as the competition went on, Letarian ended up kind of gassing out a little bit. He got dragged all the way back there, and Mark is already over by the button. So all he has to do is just kind of wait him out and get there to the button. The rest of them suggested to Letarian that he runs the other direction and try to get to the button first. He tried to do that, but Mark was able, as soon as he gave him a little slack, Mark was able to hit that button, and Letarian once again lost to Mark in an elimination, sending him home. And yeah, I think the 3rd episode is going to come out at either tomorrow or on Thursday, I believe. So until then,